Hello, folks. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Plucking Petals podcast with James and Kyle. As always, I am Kyle.
And I'm James.
Garth Brooks. As we go a little something like this.
It's all about the good, bad, love, hate.
And this episode, we are joined by my good friend, Lindsey Brenkus. How are you?
I am quite well. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on this podcast. You can see Lindsey with her improv group asking for a friend. That's also Lisa Parent, who is a friend of the pod, is also on. Mm-hmm. And you are also with the Casually Late Stampede, which is a short form group in Mayfield, right?
Yes, I'm double trooping it.
Double trooping it.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Does like
doing
one
well?
troop get jealous or envious, I guess? I don't know.
No.
Oh.
They're both cool. Well, one's long form and one's short form.
Okay.
So
you
like,
guys got kind of like an open troop relationship. Like they're cool with you seeing another.
Yeah, I like it.
It's progressive.
Open troop. Yeah,
It's 2017.
exactly.
We can do these
Exactly.
things.
We can do short form and long form in different groups, and it's going to be just fine.
all
James,
comedy is good comedy.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's not true. That's what I tell myself.
So, tell us about yourself as like an elevator pitch. Like,
Ooh.
sell me
I
yourself.
like this.
Yeah.
All right. My name's Lindsey Brenkus. I am the daughter of the Mayor of Belleville.
Hell yeah, which is a real place, by the way.
Where's
Which
Belleville?
is a real place. It's about an hour and a
Mid-Ohio?
half. Yeah, hour and a half south. When she became mayor, she ran against my younger brother.
Okay.
So that's a fun fact. What else?
Have you ever heard of the word nepotism?
No, she ran against. She
No, I
wasn't-
know, but guess in what family?
We do joke. We're like, we're the first family of Belleville because
I
I
like it.
started a farmer's market there. That's
true.
my background.
I remember that story.
Did you
It's
drive
a
all the
solid
way
story.
from here?
no,
Or from
no, I
there?
don't live there now.
Okay.
I live in Cleveland now.
She lives off Clifton.
Yeah, I'm
Why,
like,
why are
I
you
can-
telling everyone
Well, I
that?
can say that because you know how long fucking Clifton
Yeah, that is true.
It's like me saying I live off of 117th. Like, no one's going to fucking find... And they find me. There could be worse things that could happen to me, I assume. So...
1572. No, I'm kidding.
It's 1572. Perfect. 1572 West 117th. Don't forget it. I think that's the Taco Bell address. That's fine. James, what's new with you?
Oh, not a whole hell of a lot.
That's
I bought
cool.
a fly fishing pole. I can't wait to see
You
how
bought
that
a
works.
fly fishing pole. When's the last time you went fly fishing?
It was maybe 11, and what I caught was my brother because I was doing the back and forth, and
Yeah.
I hooked him in the lip. And
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Gross. I'm not going fly fishing with you now. I just that sounds awful.
Hopefully I'll get a little better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you want to like take it up again?
Well, my dad and brother went. They caught a bunch of trout, and then not yesterday, but Saturday, I was just having one of those days where I didn't want to be productive, but I didn't want to see another human being.
Yeah.
And I live
Yes.
relatively close to Rocky River, and I'm like, I used to fish all of the time as a kid. Let's see if I can get back into this.
Mm-hmm. And how? What's the report? Did you get back into it?
Well, I haven't had a chance to go.
Oh,
yet,
okay.
but-
Sorry. Well, I hope your fly fishing does well.
Yeah, me too.
What do you catch with fly fishing?
So they stock steelhead in that river, but there's also like native smallmouth bass and stuff. But
Okay.
I want to see if I can throw them in my smoker and what I can make happen.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that smoker. You invited me over last weekend for some good pulled pork, and that was delicious. And
I'm getting
I
better
really
at
appreciate
that.
it. Yes, you are.
The next step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try injecting.
Ooh.
Yeah, make that meat nice
Get
and
that
moist.
syringe
Yeah.
lifestyle. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
it. You
God.
made this like vinegar barbecue or like this vinegar sauce
Yeah,
or
Carolina
whatever.
Style.
Yeah. Oh boy, that was good. That made me. I mean, I almost fell asleep on your couch afterwards. So
It's nice.
as
Got
well.
the itis real good.
Lindsey, what's new with you? I haven't seen you in a little while. So
I know.
since your party. So
Yeah, since my kegger. Yeah, just doing a bunch of shows. Wanting to start a theater possibly. So that would be super exciting.
interesting. I like it.
Yeah, that's mostly been me, just easing
what-
into the summer.
What goes into starting a theater?
The first thing is finding a space.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the biggest hurdle, which I'm still trying to overcome right now. And then like just the logistics that go into it, like everything from like insurance to, who would like staff the
So
the
yeah, I
place.
don't like. Do you have a stable staff? Then do you like perform other people's works? Like, what is the logistics of if I wanted to go perform a Shakespeare play? Is that open source is not the right word, but is that anyone could go.
You mean
do it.
copyrighted material?
Yeah.
You have to technically buy the rights for it, but at a certain point, copyrights become null and void after so long. So my only example I can think of offhand is the original black and white Night of the Living Dead. You can use that for anything you want.
Oh,
you
because
can
it's old enough now.
Because it's old enough, and they just didn't renew it, or something happened. It just became basically open source at that point.
Which is not fair use.
Fair use. There we go. Yes. Yeah. And speaking of fair use, it has now been 1 year since I released that fucking Guy Fieri video, and yeah,
A thing of beauty.
that happened on Saturday. So it felt good. You know, Time called me a genius. I don't trust Time magazine anymore.
I mean, it wasn't in the magazine. It was featured by the website. There's a big difference.
That's fine. Shh, still hurts. I don't trust their structural integrity as a journalistic
Structural
endeavor.
integrity.
That's fine.
It's not load bearing.
Look, I just like saying words, and it's fine. I went to Put in Bay this weekend, and boy, was it trashy.
Oh, yeah.
It's very trashy. I went with a friend of the pod, Patrick Stoops. Our DJ, and with his girlfriend and my girlfriend, and I saw a lot of awful tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorites by far is, I'll give you my top three. Right. One was one on this guy's neck, and it said cursed in really bad cursive, so I think he was cursed with bad handwriting. There was one person who had 2 pot leaves above his nipples. Like, you know how like some people have like those dumb black and red stars for like being super cool like skater dudes? Yeah. But these were much bigger. These were like the size of my palm, both weeds on top of like just above the nipples. And then my all-time favorite is this whole masterpiece of a man. He had a chest piece that said 1776 on it.
Okay.
And then on his right arm, he had a American flag. He had a bald eagle and brass knuckles. And then on the left arm, he had a huge thing of Jack Skellington. That's
One
a
of
thing.
these things is not like the others.
We all make bad choices. Put in Bay was lovely. But yeah.
Can you say nipples one more time?
Nipples.
Okay, just making
it's
sure.
It's good. James, I believe we have some fan mail to go over real quick.
Oh, right, yes.
Do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I feel like I never do.
Okay.
Hi, Kyle. It's me again. I hope you could come by here on my birthday. It'll be the best present ever. It'll make a dream come true. Please visit me on my birthday. It's on February 4th. I'm expecting to see you.
Oh, man. I don't know who I let down, but clearly I let down some child somewhere.
Submitted by Pauline Maeve, and the last name is censored. Yeah.
Maeve?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a middle name?
That's the middle name.
Maeve. Yeah. All right, well, sorry, Pauline. That was my bad. I did not realize. You should email quicker, or let's try for next year. We'll try February next year.
It was submitted in January 1st.
Oh, well, I just don't check the emails very often. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't check the emails. That's on me. Your fan mail for this episode. The subject line read, this is all lowercase, by the way. That's very important. My son need confident single mother.
Okay.
That submitted by Miss
I do have a
Stalworth.
very good collection of those. So
Do you?
I have lots that I could
Just
sell
confidence or
loan.
single moms?
Single moms.
Hell yeah. James, you are on of my son favorite players. I'm a single mom dealing with a 16-year-old who has every potential dream to play ball, and he great makes all A and B, but hanging with the wrong crowd that could cost him his future. I.M. doing everything in my power to stop it. I work 2 jobs and in school. I need us help, please. And then there's a whole email. I can give you that after the show. Please help. I want my son to reach his dreams.
Oh, get him in the Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It's better than
that's
drugs.
That's where all his money will go. He won't be able to afford drugs.
Exactly. He wants to hang out with the wrong crowd because those kids are only going to hang out in comic book stores anyway. Or be on Twitch. Lindsay, do you have a problem for us in this lovely episode?
Yes.
What is your problem?
I do.
Okay.
One of my biggest problems, biggest flaws, is that recently I've not been able to save money.
And why is that?
I live a very luxurious life. I like nice things.
Okay.
I didn't notice you were sleeping in a Benz when I showed up.
Yeah, it was real weird. You rolled up, you had a butler guy and everything. It was pretty cool.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah, I had to let him in, but he just left. He's outside right now. He's just watching the car, so that's cool.
Yeah. You
Okay.
gotta guard it. I mean,
And he had
there's
sounded like a legit British accent, and I know those are more expensive. than
Yeah,
most
that's
fake
like
British accents.
if you look on Craigslist, that's at least 30 more percent,
Yeah.
like a salary increase. So
it's
yeah.
like $100 more a day. It's ridiculous,
Gross.
but it's worth it.
Yeah, it is. It's worth the security and the potential for extra friendships. So
Exactly.
yeah. So why do you have a problem saving money besides buying a cool British butler?
So I think I'm overcompensating because in college, like, I didn't spend any money at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I worked as a tour guide for the university.
Okay.
So I made just enough money to, like, make rent.
Yeah.
And, like, pay for groceries. And now that I have, like, a big girl job, I'm like, all of the things in the world should be mine.
Exactly.
So, like, I justify things way too easily.
So what's
Like,
your big girl job?
I work at an advertising agency. I'm an account coordinator.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, see,
Ooh.
big girl pants.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So I just, oh man, like, so for example, in college, sometimes instead of like having a snack, I would, and this is also partially because I was so lazy.
Yeah.
But I would, if I was like hungry, I would just drink a cup of milk. Like, and I'd be like, oh, I'm full for the next
Oh
couple
man,
hours.
I'm good.
Yeah. But it's just like, it was just ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what advice do you guys have?
To save money? Okay, so this is going to sound really cheesy as hell, but,
Yeah.
you know, Kyle and I get into our video game corner every now and then.
Yes.
We're both a very big fan of the online marketplace called Steam. They have very famous sales in the summer, during fall, and around Christmas. And in one of them, I want to say a year or two ago, I bought a software on a Steam sale called You Need a Budget. And it is not a game. It has a comparable like phone app that matches up with it.
Yeah.
And it just, you put in what you're making, what you're spending on whatever, and it will help you budget your own finances.
That sounds like a
That's
great
awesome.
Steam game. I bet
Yeah.
it has amazing positive reviews. That's wonderful. I have a spreadsheet of all my bills, but even though it's on paper, it hurts once in a while. I don't know. I just try to put a little bit of money away when I can, and then I spend it on dumb stuff, like drinks and alcohol. And like, I'm gonna make a beer this week, so I've spent all my extra money on alcohol. I try like you, but
Yeah, I don't do it on purpose. I like almost never go out, and that saves a lot of money. And then I don't really have a system for it, but when my checking account hits a certain number, I just kick a little bit of it into a savings.
yeah.
And so, like, some months I'll go months without doing that, and sometimes it's every month a little bit goes in there.
Yeah. I like it.
that. I like that. I actually downloaded the Mint app. I don't know if you guys.
I've never heard of
heard
it.
I have the Mint app, and then I stopped using the Mint app
Oh yeah,
because it made me feel real bad.
and it would just be like, oh, you're 100% over your budget
Yeah.
for alcohol.
It
this
like
month.
warns you. Yeah.
And it's July 2nd.
Oh, I know something that can help with that. Get a job at a brewery.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that could be my side hustle. That could be my weekend hustle.
I remember having the Mint thing, and like that's why I deleted it, because it was like, because it used to, I don't know if it still does it, but it used to give you like some kind of pie graph or some kind of chart that would show you where you're allocating all your spending.
Yes.
And mine was like movies and alcohol, and it was like that was like the big chunk of it, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to be shamed for my money, so fuck you, I'm out.
I feel like if you had a pie chart that didn't include like rent and other bills, mine for the last 3 or 4 months would just be meat.
Yeah, that's not a bad circle. I like it.
Are you buying like whole hogs?
I do once a year. Honestly, I've had a pig roast for the last 11 or 12 years.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's been lovely.
But no, I bought the ribs, the shoulder, and the belly of a hog last Friday.
Oh yeah,
I'm
didn't
That's
you
trying to put one together.
Yeah, like some kind of weird Frankenstein thing. Did you? How did your parents like the pork belly?
I think they were really impressed by it.
Cool.
I was happy with how it turned out.
Cool. They didn't vomit or anything, so that's
No,
important.
as far as I
So I like it. I like
And I
it.
had so much of that pork shoulder left over, I gave them half, and I still ate it for
Ooh.
lunch every day.
I
and
like
had
it.
some left over
I
last
like
week.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, saving money is rough nowadays. Now I have bills and school loans, and I want to buy cool stuff once in a while. Like I bought this recorder recently, and it still hurts me.
And a drone.
And a drone, yes. I tend to get more freelance work when I'm buying dumb stuff for me. So I try to invest in myself once in a while. So hopefully I'll be paying it off soon. But yeah, saving money is a huge problem. Some months I'll put some money in savings. Sometimes I can't. because I want to go out once in a while. Because if you stay in, I feel like our parents are very much of that different lifestyle of just kind of like saving every single penny
We
until
also
you
have
retire.
a lot of like frugal ways to go out, especially in Lakewood. There is a ton of good food.
I know.
You really don't have to drop that much money.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. Like, I know a lot of people go out like club, nice places, and it's like I drop $200-300 a night, but like I can feed me and my girlfriend would each have a drink for like less than $40.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's a good way. Also, I like to. I'm really big into cooking now, so I like to just get something like Giant Eagle or whatever, and then just make food. And I feel like that
I'm
saves
gonna plug
me.
KK Portage Market.
Hell
off of
yeah,
Warren
KK
Road.
Portage.
Yeah.
That's my jam. My grandmother, we do Christmas there every year, and she does fondue, and she always gets the beef from K&K's Portage. So they're not a sponsor, but
No,
if
they're
they
not,
want to
but
be,
if they want to be,
just let them. Hey, when you go there next time, just be like, we have a podcast and we talk about meat sometime. Do you want to give us some good slices? I'd be
so I actually
very
went in
interested.
on this Saturday. I wanted to smoke some meatloaf, so I bought the meat for that. I'm walking out, they're like, spare ribs are on special, so I made ribs instead. I still have the meatloaf, the ground meat, in my
hell
fridge,
yeah.
but I made spare ribs on Saturday.
You can
instead.
smoke a meatloaf?
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you
fascinating.
can. So I
Now
haven't
I'm
done it yet. I
excited.
found a recipe. You do have to do like a lot of moisturizing it, wrap it in foil because it would want to dry it out. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work, but it seemed interesting, so I'm gonna try it.
Next episode, please.
I know, yeah, please. I think we're gonna start a new segment called like Meat Chronicles with James. We just ask him
I'm
what
like
he's been
falling
cooking.
into that hole. Like, yeah.
Hey, I'm.
That's
That's
part
fine.
of why it's like, dude, I want to try fishing so I can have like a new source of meat.
There we go. You're like Oregon Trailing your own life right now. Just please don't die of dysentery. That would be absolutely appropriate and lovely. How about we talk about your problem this week?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'm saying my problem is smoking.
Okay.
So here are some boring stats.
So like
just to get it
smoking. Hold
started.
on. For
Smoking
those at
meat?
home, what's
No,
smoking?
not me. I love
Your
smoking.
Do you
throat?
mean like smoking, like being like
Smoking
smoking hot like I am, or
cigarettes,
okay? That's
You're right.
fine.
I should have
whatever.
clarified. Smoking cigarettes.
It's all good. No worries. It's fine.
So here's the boring stuff. It kills about 480,000 people a year.
That's pretty boring. Just skip it. Who cares?
Yeah, and it costs American taxpayer about $300 billion a year. 170 of that is in healthcare costs, and 156 of that is in lost productivity.
Okay. What do you mean by a lot? You mean like when we go out for like smoke breaks
smoke
and stuff
breaks,
like that? Okay.
Or like because I can't go to work because I'm sick because I smoked.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. So about 15% of Americans smoke. That's a little over 36 billion people, or million. Sorry, there's 330 million people in America, but 36 million of those smoke.
Okay.
And about 75% of the people that smoke do it every day.
Jeez.
So the median per capita income in America right now is about $29,000. So
Okay.
what do you think a person spends on food in a year? Just out of curiosity.
12,000?
I would say 7, 8.
Actually,
Are you
no, it's
playing
way
Price
lower
is
than
Right?
that. It's about $2,600 to $2,700.
Oh.
What you spend on food a year.
Oh.
Oh.
So what do you think it is on cigarettes?
not much.
If you're
We're
a
not
smoker?
good at
Yeah.
this. This is
No.
why we can't save money.
Ah, that's
Because we're
fine.
fucking
This is
this
not
up.
my mint budget.
I bought steaks every day for a month. It's fucking great. God damn
At
it.
Ruth Chris.
Yeah.
But they spend, the average smoker smokes a pack a day is $2,000. So you're spending almost 80% of your food budget again on smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like the most preventable thing that people die of.
Okay.
So everyone knows it is bad. Nicotine is very addictive. It's in your system for not that long, and you kind of go into withdrawal after that, so it makes you want to smoke again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So about everyone who's smoking, or about 2 out of 3 people who smoke want to quit. Like everyone knows how shitty it is. They're just like, addicted to it. But here's what's really weird. I was looking this stuff up. The anti-smoking campaigns, do you remember those like truth campaigns from when we were a kid?
Yeah.
So like 19 years ago, Big Tobacco lost a bunch of lawsuits. The states got together. It's like, you're advertising to kids. This is horrible. This is inhumane.
Yeah.
And so they lost like a $256 billion lawsuit. They have to pay that to states. So the states use them as like anti-smoking advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the problem was they didn't really give them any rules on how to use that money. So, first of all, the campaigns don't have to be proven effective in any way. Like, do you remember the Truth commercials?
I do, actually.
Do you
Please.
what? Do you remember one of them? Like, can you
Play out. Yeah,
yeah,
please play out one of these right now.
I remember one oh no, I'm thinking of the egg one. It's your brain.
Oh,
on,
that's the Rachel Leigh Cook.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
classic.
I think it's just
That's
because
the
there
one
was
I
a
remember.
remake of that one. She did it again, like
Oh,
a
it
couple
was
of
like-
months ago.
Yeah.
Oh. Give me a second.
Was there one where you're sucked in a kid? That's the same one. Fuck. I keep thinking the same
the
one.
one I remember is it's like a bunch of high school kids are walking around, and then there's this guy in a leather jacket. He pulls out a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, because he's
like,
cool as shit.
And he's like banging it.
Yeah.
And then they cut away and they come back, and it's an orangutan in that leather jacket banging cigarettes. And it's like... fucking great apes are cool as shit. Like, that doesn't make me not want to smoke. Now I'm thinking about smoking, and monkeys are cool.
Yeah, exactly. I want to hang out with an orangutan that fucking lights one up with for me. I'd love it. They already have camels that do that with sunglasses, so it's fine.
Actually,
totally
in the lawsuit, they're not allowed to use cartoons anymore.
That is true,
part of the
which I'm very glad for. That's smart, at least, in some capacity.
Yeah. Do you guys remember anyone, or should I go on?
I don't know. I can't think of any other truth campaigns.
I can't either now.
I know, isn't like the last frame of every one of those truth commercials is just like a weird orange background?
Yeah.
It just says like truth. The only thing I remember is just the color itself, so...
And that they were like made out of bubbles.
Yeah, it was like some kind of dot pattern or whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's just, there wasn't really a lot of science behind it. They just did what felt good, but here's what's like messed up about it. So the... paper I read on this, like my research for just this money payment was from 2013, but at that point in time, about 100 billion of this 256 had already been paid, spread out among states, and because there's not rules on how they need to spend it, Mississippi's idea was like, we'll just put all of ours in like a trust fund and do stuff off the interest. So they got 2.5 billion, and it's just not there anymore. Oh. No one can really say what happened to most of it.
Oh, Jesus.
And then there's other states like Colorado who spend a lot of that money to just like promote literacy. So at least there it went to something beneficial. Like, but that's
still
not
wasn't,
what that's for.
Yeah, it's not what that money was for.
Yeah, and so like even looking at the ads now, so I was Googling these statistics. The first one that popped up when you search smoking facts and smoking
blaze
statistics.
it and praise it, motherfucker.
It's this know the real cost of tobacco, and I think this shit's hilarious. I know it's visual, so it won't work well on a podcast, but it's like, there's no safe tobacco, but what counts as tobacco? And if you go through this, it's like, cigarettes, and it's like a dragon coming out of a pack of cigarettes. And then, I love these. Dip, and it's like a weird like Little Shop of Horrors monster coming out of a thing of dip.
And who made this?
This is what's sponsored. Hookah water pipe. If you look, it looks like I'm gonna call a reference someone gets like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stand. It's just about to punch shit. It's just this is treating people like idiots. If I saw this as an impressionable teenager, a cigarillo, it's a crocodile. A cigar is a crocodile.
Yeah.
And then they have vapes. It's
do they get off
it's a
of
big
like
snake.
Etsy?
A vape is like an awesome looking cobra.
Yeah.
I see people getting this as a tattoo. This does not make me want to stop smoking.
No. Makes me want to start vaping if there's a cobra involved. So
like
I guess the animals?
It's
That's
not
what I want to know.
Taxpayer money, so I guess I don't really give a shit what's happening with. But it's just like so bizarre.
Yeah,
we've the states won a lawsuit against tobacco companies, and they're spending money in very asinine ways.
Well, yeah, we're states. Everything statewide is at a certain point pretty bad news. Why are they always using animals?
I don't know.
That's such a weird thing. Like, just use people. I mean, at least the Truth campaign. I remember it had like high schoolers or college kids in it at some point. I think
they were cool.
They were cool. I just don't remember them, so I guess they weren't that cool. I know Joe Camel. He's pretty cool. He's got sunglasses and a leather jacket, so like that's pretty good. And I like that. So.
And if you want to see the picture that I was talking about, just Google anything related to smoking. It's the first one that pops up as an ad. hhs.gov/therealcost.
Bam.
And it's just fucking, it would not make me not want to smoke.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really dumb, and it's like, this is stupid. Maybe I should check out smoking. Like,
did you guys ever have Dare when you were in school?
Yes.
Okay, so we had Dare, and their big thing was that we had like a PT Cruiser with like PS2s in it and like a dance party at recess. It was like really like not about anything. They just wanted us to like be distracted. And I remember for like 2 classes we had to do some presentations on drugs, and the only thing that we learned about it was what the drugs looked like and how much that you could buy them for. So like
No, Kyle, that was a dealer.
Oh.
He showed up and was like...
Oh, well, that's what the trench coat was. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it now.
When
Yeah.
he said he was the candy man.
Yeah.
Oh, and he kept
That
winking
was-
at me, and I'm like, I want Jolly Ranchers, because I'm a child. I don't know what kids like these days, but Jolly Ranchers were good. I think
they
they're
like
still
fidget
around.
spinners. We
Fidget
talked about
spinners?
that. Yeah.
Yes.
You can't-
Oh my god, I bought a fidget spinner. I forgot to tell you.
Oh my god.
So I felt dumb because on the last podcast I had brought up fidget spinners as a problem, and when I was getting some stuff for a Reggae Fest shoot that I was doing this past weekend, I was in Target getting ponchos, and I walked by that really dumb section in Target when you first walk in, where it's like all the dumb knickknacks or whatever, and they had just like a pile of fidget spinners, and they were $2. So I'm like, at first, like, the problem is I had to like try to be cool while I walked by. I'm just like kind of looking, kind of like making sure no one's around, like kind of moseying through aisles, like, oh, look at these popcorn holders. Oh my god, fidget spinners. Like, what are these?
I've never heard of this. I guess I'll buy one.
Exactly. I want to know what the kids are about. So then all of a sudden this mom and this kid came by. They started like rummaging through them like crazy. So I had to like back off for a while. I'm like, guess I'm gonna look at these portraits again. I don't know.
I'm an
Target.
adult. I'll look at pens and
Exactly.
office supplies.
Look at these blue Bics right here. So they bounced and I grabbed one like all slyly. Totally did self-checkout. Wasn't proud of my purchase. So I bought it, and then I was hanging out with my girlfriend Ashley, who I love and adore very much, and we were hanging out, and I just said, hey, I bought something the other day, and I think that, you know, it's like a cool thing we could try together, and like we can really bond on it and like really bring this relationship to the next level. I'm like, is this something you're interested in? And she's like, yes, of course, obviously, because I love you very much, and you're my boyfriend. And then I pull out the fidget spinner, and then she just said, go fuck yourself.
Did she leave you right there and then?
She walked out of the room.
So that's why I saw her have an account on Tinder.
Yeah, it was so weird. Yeah, she's all on Bumble. It's pretty fucking great all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. So, yeah, I named it Chad. It's just bad.
Wait, you named it?
Yeah, you name it Chad. It's such a douchey thing. It's supposed to glow in the dark, but doesn't glow in the dark.
It was $2.
It was $2.
At Target.
It was an advertisement. Instead, it glows in the dark. It doesn't glow in the dark. Anyways.
You know, you could always take it back if you're not satisfied.
No, I opened the package.
You could let
spun
go
it.
of it.
I wonder if
spun
like
it.
the gas you spent and the time to go return it, you'd probably still be getting a loss.
That's
Like,
true. Well, I've lost the self-esteem, and now I can't get myself to throw it away because I bought it with my money that I should have saved for anything else.
It was
Back to my not
$2.
saving-
Like,
I know,
yeah.
but still, I could have bought like a taco or
You could have
two.
saved it.
Exactly. See, full circle. Anyway, smoking's bad.
Min should have a portion just for fidget spinners.
Hell yeah.
Like this month.
It's called
You
getting
should be-
smooches.
And then it's like a pie chart, but it spins.
Oh, stop.
The spin of shame.
Do you have anything else to add for smoke? I feel so bad at bringing out my fidget spinner.
No, it's fine.
I apologize.
It's like a weird, but yeah, don't smoke.
yeah.
And I don't know.
Would you
how
rather
you
see
get
me
to
smoke
people,
a
but-
cigarette or spin some fidgets?
Well, if I see someone fid some spidges, I probably want them to smoke because I don't want them to exist anymore.
Okay, well then I will not do that.
Alrighty.
That makes sense. Let's move on to our WikiHow segment. This WikiHow that I got was how to make people instantly like you. And these are the questions, and we're gonna answer them for these 12-year-olds. Clearly, no one seems to want to talk to me or be friends with me. On the bus today, I was trying to be funny, and my friend said, "Stop. That is why no one likes you." I was crying because usually that is what people say about me, and it hurts my feelings, and I just want to die. Please give me advice.
Don't stand out. Fall in with the crowd. Do exactly what they do. Don't have anything unique to yourself.
As Lindsay said earlier in the podcast, comedy is comedy. All comedy is funny.
All comedy is good comedy.
All comedy is good comedy.
Lies.
Yeah, like this kid on the bus, he probably said something like racist or something, so like I don't have too much of a fault. Do you have any advice for someone who else does comedy?
Oh man, or that kid's trying to do comedy.
It sounds like it. He told a joke and it didn't land. So like how do you we've done improv together and you've seen me do many scenes where they didn't work. So what do? We just keep going.
You just keep going,
Just
yeah.
keep going
and
until
you
it hurts.
Until they laugh or until you're off stage.
Exactly. You just
Those are
keep
the
going.
two.
So until you're off the bus, kid,
Yeah.
just keep telling jokes Maybe keep dabbing. I don't know. Do kids still dab?
Kyle.
I don't know.
Kyle.
Do they still dab?
Oh god.
I'm already on fidget spinners. Like, my life is over. Like, it's not a lot good in my life right now. How can I make my mother happy? I'm a tween and my mom is going through rough times.
So this one I thought was really weird.
Yes.
It's like, this is a real question. Like, I want to help you.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Like, most of these are bullshit, and it's like, please, like,
I would,
okay.
yeah, I would. This one like hits to the core a little bit because this kid's like literally trying to help. Probably not the best way to ask for help on WikiHow, but what are you gonna do? How do you make your mom happy? First off, I do a shout out. Hey Cheryl, what's going on? How you been? Been good. I will see you this Friday. We're hanging out. How to make my mom happy? I don't know.
I mean, the advice here is pretty good. Like, let her know you care and do as many chores as you can. I think something it doesn't mention you could do is learn to cook.
If you can buy alcohol, my mom and I like to bond on alcohol, so we drink alcohol. So it's just kind of see what your mom's into. She likes Netflix and chilling. Get her a Netflix.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
That means a different thing.
Yeah.
What?
Kyle.
Oh shit.
You don't want to Netflix and chill with your mom.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Ashley might not want to Netflix and chill with you anymore.
No, that's weird.
We're not
I'm sorry.
Greece. We don't do that.
Oh, gross. I didn't realize. I thought we were just all hanging out. That's fine. I guess just do what your mom likes to do. Maybe get her some flowers, write a poem, write a rap song. I don't know, whatever makes you feel good. Next question. Everyone hates me. There's this girl who is jealous of me going around telling everyone bad and wrong things about me. What do I do?
I like this question because it made me think of Kung Pao Enter the Fist. It's like, it's bad and wrong. We need a word for it, like wrong bad.
How do you deal with people that are saying fake news about you?
Don't feed into it, man.
That's
Don't
right.
feed into it.
Post on your Twitter a lot and then run for president of the United States.
Bam. That's my Airhorn app that I'm not going to pull out right now. What should I do if my friends make plans in front of me that don't include me?
Oh, God. I hate it when this happens.
This is something that's like happened to me this year. It's just weird. It's like, well, fuck. Yeah, I don't know, kid.
That one, you just smile and nod, and then you go, I need to go home now, and then you go home and you sit there for a little bit and think about feelings. Jeez, I forgot. So I picked this one a little while ago, and I forgot that I didn't like. It's been like a week since I read these questions, so I apologize. Do I need to talk to the popular people to make people like me?
No.
Hell yeah.
No, Kyle.
That quarterback of the football team is really gonna help you out. I promise. He's gonna dunk on you real quick. No, I think you should just find your cool friends your friends
help
that you can.
People who come to you. Don't push them away, even if they have mouth odor.
Wait, where did you read that?
That's the answer to that question.
You can get popular on your own. Don't. Oh, jeez. Don't have mouth odor. That's probably good. That's just a normal thing for life, though. People don't like me because I'm bad at sports. What should I do?
Don't play sports.
Make a company and then own them.
Yes.
Make them work for you. In the long run, you will overcome them. It'll be fine. It's cool. Sports aren't everything.
Find your thing. Find your thing.
Yeah, find your thing. We found
advice.
improv. I was not good at the basketball. I ran really fast.
I have no coordination whatsoever. There was actually one time in high school when I was playing basketball and the ball hit me in the chest and I went to go grab it and it was already hitting the ground. And I went to go catch it, guys.
So yeah, maybe invisible items. That's why you were so drawn to improv, because you're like, I can't get hurt by this invisible basketball.
And exactly, and you're like, oh, I get to control everything.
I control the scenes. I yes and everything. Yeah. I end up going red when I talk to people, especially guys. What can I do?
Going red?
Yeah, like blushing. I'm assuming they're 12, so
Bingo.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe take a public speaking class.
Beta blockers?
Beta blockers. How about just like wear a ski mask all the time? Look like you're about to like fuck someone up or rob a bank. It's pretty cool.
Why not?
How do I know if someone likes me?
Do you remember like instant messenger? Do you remember that being a thing?
Like AIM?
Yes.
Yeah, use the fuck out of AIM.
There used to be a test on AIM. How do you know if in this case like a girl likes me? If you go, hey, what's up? And she continues the conversation more than just saying, like, nothing, you.
Oh.
Like, if she keeps it going, you know she likes you.
Was that your test?
That was the test, yeah.
I like that's a
Was
pretty
it
good
the
test.
It was the test.
Oh, wow. I didn't know we were being tested.
I mean, you gotta know. If they're just kind of like nothing, but they don't keep it going, you're like, she doesn't really care. But if it's like stuff's coming out, you're like, oh.
So what's the equivalent, do you think?
I don't know, maybe texting now? I haven't really been in the game
Some
for a
emojis?
while.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not good advice for today's era.
It's okay, yeah.
That was a relic.
You just said you were on Tinder. Like, isn't the
That
same
was a
thing?
joke.
No, that was a
okay,
joke,
okay.
yeah. He's been with his girlfriend for 10 years now?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
My God.
Yeah. How about let's end on this is gonna be yeah. What can I do if no one likes my tweets? This is a question that's also for me.
Comfeffy.
Comfy.
Don't
yeah.
have a Twitter.
Because I tweet bad. I'm not good at Twitter. I talk about pizza rolls a lot. That's pretty much all I do on Twitter. What do I do to improve my Twitter game, folks?
Oh, I just do it like celebrities and just buy followers.
Buy followers?
Yeah.
Okay. I can buy followers.
They sell Twitter followers.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
I
Wonderful.
say come to the Instagram life. We will
Instagram
love
life?
you over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All about that Instagram
I know your
life.
I saw
So
you post on
is it
Instagram the
more
other
than
day. Well, this is
Love
your
it.
point.
Is it more than like pictures of meals that people just prepared and then like chicks that do a lot of squats butts?
It is actually. There's makeup tutorials as well.
That's
Okay.
true. So you can be extra pretty.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. I could probably use some of that.
I like it.
There's nothing but love on Instagram though. I've never seen like someone be like, screw this person or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like.
Yeah, but then you don't want to tell people about it because then the people that are like that might find it.
Yeah, that's Twitter. It's really bad there.
Leave them on
Don't
Twitter.
infiltrate.
It's
I'm
real.
just
It's
kidding.
real mean. Just stay over there. Stay over there. Well, I feel like we've helped a bunch of 12-year-olds, and so we're gonna do this kind of new thing. James and I were invited by A24 Productions to go see their new film that's coming out this Friday, called It Comes at Night. This production company is actually one of my favorites.
Okay.
By the way,
what have they made that you like?
they made Swiss Army Man.
Okay.
They made The Lobster. They made a little film that won Best Picture called Moonlight. They're a distributor. Sorry, when I say make, they distribute the film. They help sell it.
So they're
and
like
whatnot.
the Activision and not the.
Yeah, basically. Green Room, which I highly recommend.
I do love Patrick Stewart.
He is a crazy Nazi in that movie, and it is intense. The Witch, End of the Tour, whatnot. Spring Breakers, which is actually one of my favorite films.
I love Spring Breakers.
Yeah.
I used to own 2 editions. Like
I know.
used to
I saw. I remember when we first went to your place. I think we were doing improv practice there, and Dan and I were looking through all your DVDs. We're like, why are there 2 copies of Spring Breakers?
I used to have my DVDs sorted in DVDs that I was ashamed of and DVDs I was proud of.
Okay, so they were in both categories.
Yeah, I had one in each.
One for each.
To keep the balance.
Depending on the move. Once again, if you haven't seen Spring Breakers, you can just basically YouTube James Franco singing Britney Spears.
Yes.
And that's all you need of that movie, and that's worth the price of admission right there.
It's true.
So they had contacted me. Specifically, her name is Andy, and through our friend of the pod, Mike Wendt, got in contact with me and asked if we would go see a screening this morning of It Comes at Night.
I unfortunately couldn't get off.
You
work
couldn't
for
go.
it, but-
I squeezed some hours around and got to go see it this morning with a couple other podcasters and whatnot. Specifically, the Geek Eclectic podcast, which I very much had a good talk with them afterwards and whatnot. So I just want to say up front when I talk about this movie that they did invite us to a free screening. But I really did like this movie. I thought it was really good. It hit all the points that I like, which is post-apocalyptic films. It had a really good feel of Children of Men, which I'm very much a big fan of. It has a really good. They're really good with like tone and like noise and background noise and whatnot. So they're really good with like they're all in this house, and if characters are talking in another room, you can't hear those characters because you're in another room, and they're really good at sound design with all their films and whatnot.
So how did they work in an Infinity Stone?
They didn't actually. They don't do any superhero
then
movies.
I don't care.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
What is the magic MacGuffin that the bad guy was going to use to blow the world up with?
We're all bad guys at the end of the day.
Okay.
It's the post-apocalyptic
how
time.
do I smash the patriarchy by paying to see this movie?
You can see it. The Cedar Lee is going to be showing it starting June 9th, and I'm sure it's going to be going on to all the Cleveland smaller theaters like Capitol and whatnot. That's kind of much closer to us. For those who don't know what this movie is, it is well, I almost read notes for my other thing. This is the description is secure within a desolate home as an unnatural threat terrorizes the world. A man has established a tenuous domestic order with his wife and son, but this will soon be put to the test when a desperate young family arrives seeking refuge. So basically it's a post-apocalyptic world. We don't know what's going on. They wear gas masks everywhere. It's violent. It's creepy. I highly recommend it. I don't recommend it if you're like 60 and up. It's kind of like a newer horror film where it's like not everything gets explained and like there's not like a serial killer. Like it's not like one of those 80s kind of thing. It's more world building and whatnot. So I don't know if you guys saw The Witch at all, but it's the same company and they're really good at the one thing I do like about all of the films they distribute. They had this clear idea of like how their world is going to be, and they're really good at sticking to it. Like another film that I like by them is The Lobster, where basically the idea is it's Colin Farrell and he goes to this hotel for I think 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
You have to find a life partner.
He has to find a life partner, and if he doesn't find a life partner, he gets turned into an animal of his choosing. And it's like this weird fucked up world, and it's just so accepted, and they sell it so well.
Did he pick a lobster? I didn't see the movie. But remember we talked about aging?
Yes.
Did he pick a lobster because lobsters don't age?
This is true. Yeah.
No, is that why?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he said they don't age and they live a very long time unless they are killed.
Awesome.
So also I recommend it. That one kind of is very, very weird. This one is more, once again, it's like a normal post-apocalyptic film. I liked it. I thought it was good. It's like an hour and a half and it flew by pretty well. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I wish I would have got to see it.
I know. Yeah, I will probably.
Just based on your description, it reminds me of a game series I really liked called Metro 2033.
Gotcha.
Based on some books that I did not read. But
yeah, it's gonna be right up your alley. I almost guarantee it. Got some good actors in there and whatnot. I forget what the one guy's name is. He has one of those faces where you see it and you go, I've seen him in other things, and you just like you can't nail it down. But yeah, so thank you to A24 Productions for letting us go see this film. I really appreciate it. I was actually going to go see it anyway. Ashley,
so what was the name of it again?
It was called It Comes at Night.
It Comes at Night.
I've actually been waiting for that for a little while now. Ashley and I are big fans of The Witch, and when we saw that trailer, we're like, oh, cool. And then I told her on Friday, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go see it on Monday. She's like, oh, I have to work. I'm like, haha, I win. It's wonderful. That's how we keep the relationship alive.
I was going to say, this is how relationships work.
Everything is a competition.
And
I'm the winner.
And I just said, that's for the fidget spinner comment. Anyways, so yes, that was...
so that's why you have a black eye.
Yeah, that's right. I have 2 black eyes because she told me twice. Anyways, that's a really bad domestic abuse joke, and I really don't appreciate it myself for saying that. But yes, thank you A24 for letting us stop by and watching this film. Highly recommend it. Once again, it comes out June 9th. Let's talk about my problem, which is something that is near and dear to my heart, which is meat sweats. Do you guys know what meat sweats are?
I know, but I'd like you to explain.
Perfect. It is,
answer, yeah.
according to things I read today on Google, it is the
on WikiHow.
The uncontrollable perspiration caused by consuming mass quantities of meat or meat byproducts. After doing a little bit of research, it is not clear whether or not everyone thinks this is actually a real thing. One of the first instances, actually I found it very interesting, was that it was first mentioned on an episode of Friends. In the end of... I think it was like Monica made a turkey and then Chandler ate all of it and he said, oh God, here comes the meat sweats. And like, that was the end of the episode. So people don't know if this is actually a myth or a real thing. Some people are very for it. Some people just think it's just dumb. Basically, but the scientific thing, I brought notes in, by the way. This is how serious I am. It's actually called thermogenesis, which produces heat when you're like digesting and whatnot. I feel like I'm you right now, James, actually having like notes and like science behind stuff. So basically with all the sodium and the protein and the nitrates that you're consuming, the heat rises in your body, which then would make you sweat. This is a big thing to do with something that near and dear to my heart, which is competitive eating. I don't do it, but I love watching people competitively eat, and this is a thing that they deal with a lot. So I find that to be a big problem, and I felt like I had a little bit of meat sweats. I thought of the problem because you invited me over for pulled pork this past week, and I felt when I got home I just had to lay on the couch for a little bit and just kind of sweat some stuff out because it felt good but felt bad at the same time.
So is it just that digestion causes sweats? I guess I never really looked into or thought about this. Like,
yeah, it's
are
kind
there bread sweats? Breads are like loaded with carbohydrates and stuff.
What about cheese?
Cheese sweats. I'm sure you do get those in some capacity. I'm sure, but those don't have as. I think what really kind of kicks up into gear is the amount of protein you're eating, along with all like the sodium. So if you have like maybe meat and cheese, like that'd be super not good. But one of the recommendations if you do get meat sweats is what I was reading is that you should always try to balance it out with something else. So that's actually recommend like maybe like a piece of bread or like ice cream or maybe like a vegetable or something like that. So just a well-rounded diet helps with the meat sweats. So if you just eat 6 pounds of steak, you're going to be a little bit of a problem. But if you eat 6 pounds of steak and maybe like 3 asparagus, you should be okay. I think. I'm not sure. Once again, this is all myth. This is online. There's no scientific evidence. It's never been on like one of those popular science magazines or anything like that. But it's kind of like, I don't know. What do you got for me? I see you pull. Okay.
I'm just curious now, so I was hoping you keep talking. I just want to look up like what your body does.
That's fine. Yeah, you can. So basically, I wrote this down. When you eat a lot, your metabolic activity increases, which slightly raises your internal body temperature. This could be especially prevalent in folks who regularly eat meat. And also another way to prevent meat sweats is to stay hydrated. So
this sounds like working out.
Basically.
Yeah. Because you said it felt good and bad at the same time when it was happening to you. Like this is how people describe moving. It's like a marathon.
I mean, I don't know if you ever had a super long dinner before, but it is a trial. Much like when I'm on the treadmill for a while, it's a trial.
I've actually been in an eating competition.
Okay.
There's a pickle eating contest in my college town.
Okay.
And so I went to go observe the contest. I just finished Chipotle, a whole burrito.
Yeah.
And I went, and it was my senior year, and they were doing last call, and they were like, last call for anyone who wants to be in this competition. And I was like, man, I'm a sucker for like YOLO events. I'm a sucker. That's the reason why I can't save any money.
Like free pickles. It's perfect.
Well, no, you actually had to pay $10 to get into the competition, but it was like a legit competition. So after eating Chipotle, I actually ate 3 like whole pickles and did not puke.
What did the winner eat?
10 in 10 minutes. 10 large dill pickles in 10 minutes. I actually watched.
That doesn't. I mean, it sounds like a shitload of salt, but like.
And vinegar.
Which could also get you
meat
sweats.
That doesn't sound like crazy. 10 pickles. I don't know. Maybe I'm like talking.
Well, I mean, they're college kids. Okay, so when I watch competitive eating, like those people will eat like 25 Big Macs in 10 minutes. Like it's, but like that's what you're training. I'm sure a bunch of college kids. Yeah, it's Stoney. Yeah.
I was round 1 too. There are multiple rounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
so round 1 is how many pickles can you eat in 10 minutes, and then you go to the second heat,
which was 10 minutes again.
10 minutes again.
Whoa.
I actually, in my first round, I watched a man projectile vomit into another man's face. It was incredible. That is
worth the $10. Worth the $10
like
for
Stan
sure.
From South Park. It's like
yeah,
and his like mouth was like kind of open. It was disgusting.
No.
Oh.
No.
Never forget.
That is super gross. So yeah, meat sweats. Don't deal with them. They're pretty gross. I don't recommend them.
Yeah, but eating meat is awesome.
It is, and that's why I brought it up. Like we had those pulled pork sandwiches at your place. Lovely, amazing, beyond comprehension. It's still gonna make me feel bad a little bit. So those sweet potato fries that I brought didn't really balance it out as much as I thought it would. So I apologize.
It's kind of a vegetable.
It's kind of. Yeah. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Veggie.
Yeah. I'm learning to be better with those. I actually don't like sweet potatoes at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm actually a big fan.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring those in for a problem one of these days. I just don't. I never had a sweet potato that I liked, so I tolerate them because I'll eat them because I just eat food. I like food, but I don't. I don't know what the sweet potato craze is, so I don't know.
Is there much of a craze? I don't know. I think sweet potato fries go with barbecue quite well as a side.
Do they?
I think they're delicious.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. I know I'm in the minority here, so like I totally. Most people when I say that they go, "You're crazy. You're an idiot."
It's like
Which
the
is
taste buds.
when
You
it
can't
comes
really
to
argue with that
potatoes
shit,
and most
like-
things in my life, but that's fine. But yeah, it's an acquired taste, and I don't have that taste for them. So, anyway, speaking of taste, let's end this episode with a happy ending, shall we?
Yeah.
Lindsay, I have a bag here for our good friend James Ondak. You know James Ondak.
I do.
He wrote all of these, so what we're going to do is you're going to pick out one of those at random. You don't know what it is, and
Hi,
you're going to
James.
try to make a bad... He wrote a bunch of bad things on them, and you're going to make one of these bad things. You're going to turn it and head into a happy kind of ending for it. A silver lining, if you will.
I picked a very small.
So our happy endings for this episode...
Hitler.
Oof.
Hitler.
Good
All
luck.
right. You know what? I bet he was really cool to his dogs.
Probably.
Yeah, I could take that for you, actually.
Oh, here you go.
Oh. So yeah, let's talk about the big H,
Oh man.
big boy. How do you make Hitler good? Damn it, James.
Oh yeah, it keeps the History Channel in business for a long time.
This is true.
This is.
We wouldn't have the Band of Brothers, which is a great
That's
mini-series,
also true.
which is amazing.
We have the Call of Duty franchise.
That is true. First couple ones were pretty good. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Volkswagen, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I think we get Schnitzel at a lower price now. I'm pretty sure that's how the economy works. When you lose a war, everything just kind of depreciates. I think I'm lying.
It gave some people some confidence because they're like, well, at least I'm not as bad as Hitler. Like that's
This is true.
Well,
is a
on the
common
other end of
saying.
that coin, I know this isn't going with happy endings, it has ruined any sort of internet debate ever because everyone calls everyone else Hitler at the drop of a hat. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That is true. Welcome to Twitter.
Yeah.
Everyone's Hitler.
No one says that on Instagram.
Yeah, I think
That's
maybe-
right.
I think
You're the opposite
Just
of Hitler.
saying.
Like that ice cream.
I
Looks
think
pretty
maybe
good.
Yellow light should be a second longer. Okay, Hitler.
Okay,
What?
okay. Well, yeah, that was. God damn it, James.
Yeah.
I need to see. I wanna go through these happy endings sometimes. I think one of these episodes I'm gonna have James on, and we're just gonna go through an hour and a half of just all of these.
it.
Just rub his nose in it, and he listens. So you heard me, buddy. That's fine. Lindsay, let's talk about what you're up to lately.
Ooh,
So you got Asking for a Friend.
I do. We
This
have a
is-
couple of upcoming shows.
And I believe it's what 6/21, which is June
Yes,
21st
June
at
21st.
Bottle House East.
East 8:00.
Wonderful.
8:00.
And then you have a show maybe either the 28th of July or the 29th at the Slavic Village, right?
Yes, we're deciding between those two dates right
Okay,
now, but that
so-
will be our first performance in Slavic Village at the Magdalene.
Gotcha. And
that's
then with
exciting.
Casually Late Stampede,
Yes.
what's going on with that?
Our next performance is June 16th, but
Okay.
I will actually be in Texas that day. But you should still
Ooh,
go
awesome.
because it's a
To
lot of
Texas?
fun. Yes, please come with me to Texas.
Go to Texas, get some
Yeah.
barbecue.
Get them sweats.
Yeah, I highly recommend
I wanna
Casually Late
check out
Stampede.
Franklin
Yeah.
Park.
Their coach is wonderful. I just actually produced a podcast for her called Mental Illness and Friends, which I highly recommend listening to once it gets posted. I don't know when it's getting posted, but it's done.
No
so
pressure.
it's James, what are you into this week?
Yeah.
Let's plug KK Portage.
KK Portage.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
I like
go
them.
to
Good
K&K
dudes.
Market off of Warren Road.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just called Warren Plaza. That I'm not sure about.
Yeah, it's in the
But-
plaza with
man.
behind Giant Eagle and whatnot. So
I want them to stay in business for a long time. So if you're ever like, man, I need to buy some meat.
good,
Give them
good
your
quality.
custom.
Yes. For me, I guess not a lot. I'm working on some drone stuff, and go see It Comes at Night. I recommend it. It was a good time. You can follow me on everything at Mayor Wertz, and yeah. I got nothing right now. June's busy for me, so busy with freelance work, so I'm not really doing much right now.
Possibly Sherapy, right?
Yeah,
The
possibly Sherapy.
Show is coming up on June 28th.
This is true.
It's a Wednesday.
This is Lisa Perrins and Sam D.
Yes.
Lisa, a friend of the pod, and Sam D. obviously will have on the podcast sometime soon. They are therapists.
Yes.
I almost said psychiatrists, but that's different. They are therapists, and they
Yes.
wear turtleneck sweaters. And you guys asking for a friend in improv set there.
It was a really fun show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was at a short film thing, so I could not attend. Oh, that's what it is. A short film project ends soon, so we'll know if I won money or not. So
I hope you do.
I hope I do too. I like free money. Maybe I can save it, but I won't because I'll spend it on a short film.
Or meats.
There we go. Or just K&K Portage meats.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been the Plucking Petals podcast with James and Kyle. As always, I am Kyle.
And I'm high in sodium.
That's right. Have a good day.